For nearly 50 years, I tell you, Penn and Teller have been performing magic around the world, and this week they are performing right here in Portland. It's Penn and Teller at the Keller. So when I think of Penn and Teller, Devin, I think about one of them talks, one of them doesn't.
That is their shtick, yes.
Penn talks, and that's who you talk to about
That's who I talk to. It was a fun conversation. I grew up watching Penn and Teller on TV, late night, whatnot. And so if you've ever seen their shows, you know how much joy they get out of fooling you.
Penn and Teller never expected to be this successful.
We expect to be playing for 200 or 300 people. We knew that what we were doing was eccentric, and we end up being off that by, about an order of magnitude. We play for 2,000 or 3,000 instead of 200 or 300.
For 30 years, Penn and Teller have been headliners in Vegas. Their various TV shows have also won multiple awards. And if you don't know who they are, Teller is the short and silent one, Penn is the tall and talkative one. Together, it works.
Most comedy teams perform like this, where they're talking to each other while the audience listens in. Keller and I never talk to each other. So the way we write is we write a one-man show with two people.
Dig your hand into the bowl.
They're also judges of their own show called Fool Us, a show where magicians try and fool the duo and either get a trophy or get an encrypted explanation of how the two know how the trick was done. He recalls one season where 5 women outperformed the others, and it's something he welcomes.
For 11 years, 12% of the people have fooled us. Of those 5 women, 5 of them fooled us. It was 100%, because there was a different way of thinking, and it's beautiful. And there's nothing I want more than to be phased out by people who think different than me.
Penn is also a father, his kids now 16 and 17. But do they share the same passion for magic?
One does video games, one does magic, but they're both very passionate about doing ideas that are in their heart and bringing them out to people.
And if you haven't picked up on it yet, they aren't your average magicians. The code of don't tell how it's done is commonly broken, but if you think they're giving away secrets, they come right back at you and hit you with one last trick.
We aren't transparent, we pretend to be. Because there's no better feeling than being fooled.
Agreed.
So I love it. All of a sudden they're like, okay, we're going to show you how we do this trick. And then you're like, I get it.
Nope.
Nope.
So on stage, I mentioned this at the beginning of this report, Penn does all the talking, Teller does no talking. I mean, he's capable of talking, he just chooses to perform in silence.
Yeah, I've heard him do interviews where he does talk, and he does that. But the way Penn and Teller met, Penn did his thing. He was, a street juggler, street performer, or whatever. Teller did his thing where he was silent. They realized when they kind of met that, yes, they were on the same bill, but they worked better as a cohesive group, and that was back in 1975.
Wow.
When I think of Penn and Teller, I only think of the guy you talked to. I forget about the other one because he doesn't
about Teller.
talk.
Yeah.
It's Penn and
Yep.
Teller.
Yep.
At the Keller.
And there's the information on your screen. Tomorrow, man, thank goodness tomorrow's Friday already. That was nice to see too.